Did you know that according to the American Institute of Stress, that around 75 to 90% of doctor visits in the United States are in some way related to stress, and about 33% of people are reporting a feeling of extreme stress. To continue, 77% of people experience stress that actually affects their physical health, while 73% also say that it impacts their mental health. And finally, 48% of people have trouble sleeping because of stress. Hey guys, my name is Joey Thomas, entrepreneur and small business educator here with 17 Hats. Now, we are talking about the topic of stress. We all know it. We all know what it feels like, what it does to our mind and our body. We also know all too well how it affects both our business and personal lives. So today, let's dive into some common signs that you might be dealing with a lot of stress. And if you are, here are some tips to help manage that, because at the end of the day, a healthy us equals a healthy family, a healthy business, a healthy relationship. So that is our goal, is for your growth. So guys, what are some common signs that you might be dealing with a lot of stress? So here are some common signs according to research: fatigue and low energy, lack of motivation or just a lack of interest in things, acne, irritability or anger, anxiety or nervousness. Some even get headaches. They feel sad or depressed. Some get indigestion, acid reflux, or even an upset stomach. There's muscle tension, and we may even experience some appetite change. But not only that, I personally have seen my weight fluctuate. I've had forgetfulness, maybe a lack of even attention when I'm under a lot of stress. And so this is a topic for me. It's really, really important. I run multiple businesses and I'm always having to wear so many hats. I have kids and all of it at the same time sometimes. And so for me, just understanding and just learning about some stress management techniques are crucial for me to be the best version of me. And ultimately, running a business, you can end up feeling burned out and questioning whether or not you really even want to keep doing it. I have personally been there. I'll tell you what, the pressure of social media, friends, and family may have you partaking in what's called impression management. That's the whole fake it till you make it concept. You know, while there's little benefit to that in terms of motivation or for the sake of motivation, the stress of maintaining that fake state of being can take quite a toll. So here are 10 thoughts and ideas around how you can better manage the stress that you might be feeling even right now, right? And that could be the reason why you're watching this video, so welcome. Before I move on, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet to the 17 Hats channel, please do so and like this video. All right, so let's dive into number one, and something I just want all of you to know. Stress is inevitable. Completely, 100% inevitable. We have to own it. We have to be accountable to it and learn from it. Learn to manage it. Did you know that stress is just a normal part of our biology? It's a physiological and psychological response that we have in response to just a variety of circumstances. And those could be good and bad, right? So there are two types of stress. Eustress, that's E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S, eustress, is a word used to describe stress that's actually positive. It's motivating, it actually enhances our functioning. It encourages us. While the word distress refers to bad and overwhelming stress that actually impairs our functioning. So we like the stress that our body responds to that's positive because it gets us going and it actually moves us to action, right? Or fills us with joy. But the distress can be debilitating. And it's what we want to talk about today. So, number one is just stress is inevitable. Know that it's a part of who we are and let us just deal with it. Okay, number two, identify and recognize all that's actually going well. So, see, when you identify what's going well in your business as a business owner, it actually sets a mental stage and it creates a positive atmosphere, a positive mindset. When we identify our strengths and what we excel at, that feeling of progress, that feeling of accomplishment will help us build our confidence and give us some momentum. Because what we want ultimately, guys, is a sense of control in what we have. If we know that these are our strengths, this is what we're doing well, we do feel a better sense of control. And so number two is identify and recognize all that's going well. Take out a sheet of paper here today, and I want you to write down what your strengths are. The things that you do really, really well, and the things that your clients talk about, the things that your friends and peers say, man, you're so good at this. So I want you to write that down and look at the year before and write down what did you do that actually turned out positive. And so once you look at that and break it down, you can reverse engineer those to help you do those things again, right? It's just a good exercise and practice for you to help you just to understand all that's going well. Okay, number three, I want you to just take a breath and take a beat, step back from the problem for a second. Sometimes when we just step back from it, and just kind of look at it from a big picture viewpoint, it really does help us. But don't just step back. Here's the other part to it. Step back and delegate the areas that stress you out. As we outsource, automate, and organize, it reduces the stress that we feel, allowing us to focus on our strengths. And ultimately, that's what we want to do. We want to focus in on the things that make us who we are. Right? And that leads me right to the next one. If we're going to delegate and we're going to automate, you need to do number four, choose your business tools wisely. Good business tools are a lifesaver, while bad ones are a complete time suck, and it adds to that level of stress, right? This is why I use a CRM called 17 Hats. All of the things that I need to do, the automation, the organization, making things simple, it has taken off so much stress from what I do. So 17 Hats ultimately helps you automate and organize parts of your business that would otherwise remain on a never-ending to-do list. Okay? If you find yourself spending a ton of time just sending out marketing emails, deals and promotions, and trying to contact each and every client that you have, marketing tools such as MailChimp or Flowdesk can really help you be a lot more efficient in reaching your target audience and reaching the people that are on a mailing list of yours. So use your business tools really wisely. If you're having a hard time setting it up, each one of those companies, 17 Hats, MailChimp, Flowdesk, they all have support that can help walk you through it. So that takes us to number 5. Schedule and rank your tasks. So I want you to not just schedule your tasks, but rank them in terms of priority. So when I schedule my task, one of the things that I do, like I said, using 17 Hats, I will automate a few things in my workflow. For example, when X is triggered, Y happens. It can be really, really simple. On my lead form, if someone chooses a particular drop-down item from a menu, it sends them a different message, because otherwise, I would have been the one to try to wake up first thing in the morning and handle all of my emails. So what I have done, I have ranked emails low in my list and something that I would, now priority-wise, it's really important. But the things that I have to personally do, I didn't want to do that every morning. It was killing my efficiency. So instead of responding to leads one by one, I automate it using some simple automations and workflows, right? So schedule and rank your priorities. Scheduling a plan actually allows you to anticipate what's next. You want to prioritize time slots for each item, and then that way it will allow you to maximize the most efficient parts of your day. So when I rank the tasks, it lets me know, hey, if I put these 3 tasks at the top and if I at least get through those today or the week or through the month, I know I'm making progress. So that's really important. So prioritize tasks. It'll help you reduce the stress. Now, number 6, you have heard this. Your friends have told you this. Your family has told you this. You know you need to do this. There is a misconception out there that says hustle till you die or sleep when you die. Guys, do not run yourself into the ground. I understand that running a business, especially if you're first getting started, it will take more hours than what you might have anticipated. But rest, that's number 6. Rest is a crucial part of your ability to be the best version of yourself for your business and for all of the people that you care about. So rest, take a break, take care of yourself to be the best version of yourself. I want you to start scheduling your downtime. That's right, just in the same way that you schedule your appointments, in the same way that you schedule each task, each goal, I want you to schedule your downtime. I will say personally, that might be the best thing that I have ever done in my business. I had to be a lot more structured about when I was working, when I wasn't working, when I was going to spend time with my children, when I was going to spend time pursuing hobbies. This was really key. And it actually allowed me to be better and better and better at the things I was doing. So even hobbies such as art, gardening, or baking. Baking is this thing where if you complete the steps, there's this feeling of accomplishment. And the fact is you're not guessing, you're just following a recipe and completing steps. So that can be really stress relieving, right? Unless everything comes out burned. But that's another story. So start baking, doing something. I started playing golf. Now, golf originally was stress relieving, but then it becomes pretty stressful. And then when I hit that one great shot, that is worth all my effort. But all right, so next is exercising and eating well, and that's part of your rest, because although exercise doesn't sound like rest, it does help you rest your mind, right? And it's because 85% of people report that exercise actually reduces the amount of stress that they feel. All right, so going into number 7. I want you to find accountability and connection outside of your business. I'm going to keep this simple. If you are only connected to people that are connected to the business that you're running, you're going to find yourself constantly talking about it, stressing about it, and having conversations just around your business. Guys, you need a break. You need a break from that. So just going out with some friends, listening to music, having dinner, just find connection outside of your business. And even for your business, if you find an outside source to vent or just to bounce ideas, that can be really helpful. So that was number 7. Number 8, learn to say no. Set boundaries for your time. I'm going to say this again. Learn to say no. So boundaries are so important. There's going to be people in your life that's going to be pulling at you from all different directions. There's going to be new project ideas from your own team members that are going to pull you in other directions. You have to learn to say no to the things that don't line up with the mission of your business. Because as business grows, we all get excited about adding a lot of ideas and thoughts and projects and different things to our business. We just have to step back from it. Ask ourselves, will this fulfill the mission? Is this part of the goal, right? And you've heard me mention that in other videos before, and I can't emphasize it enough. We have to learn to say no. Be better at it. Go practice it. Say no to a couple of small things. And you're going to see that it is a good habit to develop. Okay? All right, number 9. Make time for family and loved ones. I am guilty as I was building my business and it got very, very busy, and client after client, meeting after meeting, project after project, meeting vendors. I was doing 12 to sometimes 16 hours a day. And it took away from the people that I cared about most. I remember the time when my 6-month-old girl, I went to go pick her up and she wouldn't come to me. And it was really, really heart-wrenching to know that it's because I wasn't around. I was so busy being busy, right? So I realized I need balance. Balance is important. It's important to fill your emotional and mental cup with those that you hold dear. And it gives you a bigger capacity when you fill up with people and loved ones. It actually gives you a bigger capacity to be able to handle the stress in your life. Now, human connection is key, and many psychological resources and research will tell you that. It's important to also feel success in areas outside of work. So if we have successful relationships and we can build good friendships and the people that we hold dear, that success is a feeling of accomplishment that spills over into the businesses that we're trying to run. You know, people try to say that they keep business and personal lives separate. That's quite impossible to do. It will spill over, right? But the stress spills over as well, and you don't want that. And it goes both directions. Okay, now we're here at number 10. I want you to recognize that you are more than the mistakes that you have made. You are more than just the mistakes you have made. We can be our own worst enemy when it comes to stressing ourselves out. Because we put such a high standard, we have a list of expectations about what we have to be, what we have to accomplish, right? And we can be just really, really hard on ourselves. So give yourselves a break. We all make mistakes. We will all stumble. We will all royally screw up a lot when we're running businesses. But you are more than the mistakes that you have made. All right, guys, I want to wrap up here with just a few final thoughts. I always have to remind myself to run my business and not to let the business run me. I have to be the owner, the CEO, the head honcho, and not just the operator, not just the technician for everything that needs to be done. So if I run my business, then great, I can reduce some of that stress. But when I let it run me, man, will it run me? It'll run me over, right? And another thing I've learned is to just take my time. I will take my time. This is not a race. You have heard that 1,000 times. Running a business is not a race, it's a marathon, right? And it takes time. So I will say direction is much more important than speed. The way you go, the direction you take is much more important than speed. As Stephen Covey once said, you might be climbing the ladder fast, but you might be putting the ladder against the wrong wall. And I don't know if that resonates with you, but I have done that so many times, guys. Ultimately, we all have to, we will do all that we do to run our businesses in hopes of growth, right? And we stress ourselves out in hopes of growth. But stress can really, really impede that progress that we are trying to make, and we'll end up feeling like we're much further back than where we started. You guys know it can be mentally exhausting, so I hope you can use the tips in this video to help yourselves relieve some of that stress. Use the comments, talk to us about it. Let us know if you need any help de-stressing and how to take some of the stress out of running your business. You deserve it. It takes a sound mind to think through all of the challenges that come with entrepreneurship. And I will leave you with this final thought. I love this quote by John Maxwell. Good management of bad experiences lead to great growth. So with that, guys, I wish you guys incredible growth. Hopefully this was helpful. If you haven't done so already, please like this video and subscribe to our channel, the 17 Hats channel. And I will be back with many more little nuggets like this to help you on your business journey. Thank you.